Happy Labor Day weekend, everyone. Evan with Barely Fantasy here. If your league hasn't drafted yet this season, then I got you covered for some last-minute help. This is my top 12 redraft PPR rankings for the 2024 season. Number 1 is the unquestioned Lord of Football, Christian McCaffrey. He remains the number 1 overall draft pick until proven otherwise. Kyle Shanahan is doing a much better job managing his workload than the Panthers ever did. He's also the most important piece to this 49ers offense on the ground and in the passing game. The potential of losing Trent Williams at left tackle will hurt, but this team will always figure out how to get the ball in CMC's hands. You'll never regret taking him as the number 1 overall pick. Number 2 is CeeDee Lamb. He just signed his enormous extension with the Dallas Cowboys, 4 years for $136 million starting in 2025. $100 million of that is guaranteed money. That makes him the unquestioned top receiver for years to come for Jerry's team. Sorry, Brandon Cooks shareholders, you're not going to get your CD holdout. CD should be your first wide receiver off the board. Number 3 is Tyreek Hill. Don't let him turning 30 fool you. Age is merely a number in fantasy football, and Tyreek has still got it. He should be the second wide receiver off your board. Over the last few seasons, Tyreek has exploded in fantasy numbers in his Week 1 matchups. I see no reason why he won't do it again against the Jaguars. Also, don't fret about the thumb injury. That's not going to stop him from playing. Number 4 is Jahmyr Chase. Don't let the contract extension dispute stop you from drafting him. Bengals head coach Zach Taylor expects Chase to suit up for Week 1. Jahmyr Chase has a lot to lose financially, choosing to hold out with 2 years remaining on his contract. He should be your number 3 wide receiver off the board, and he should easily get 128 targets at minimum, even if he doesn't play a full 17-game season. Number 5 is Bijan Robinson. There is a ton of excitement for the Atlanta Falcons offense now that Arthur Smith is finally gone. Hallelujah! Even with Tyler Algier as his backup, I am not expecting that to eat into Bijan's volume. He should easily get 65 to 70% of the snaps in most games. Also, I'm expecting more than 214 carries from him this season. Bijan should be the second running back off your board. Number 6 is Breece Hall. I had to put him below Bijan because I don't trust the Jets offense as much as I do the Falcons, even with Aaron Rodgers returning from the Achilles tear. What helps Breece is not having strong backups behind him, and I could easily see more than 223 carries happening this season. He's also proven to have a good set of hands to catch the football for when Rodgers needs to check it down to him. He'll treat Breece like he did Aaron Jones in Green Bay. Give me Breece Lightning as the third running back off the board. Number 7 is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Originally a 4th-round NFL draft pick, the Sun God has been a surprise elite superstar in Detroit who will be Jared Goff's favorite target no matter what route he runs. He's also excellent with ball security, having only 1 fumble and only lost fumble in his NFL career thus far. Last year, the Sun God finishes the wide receiver 3 with 164 total targets, and he is not showing any signs of slowing down. He should be your 4th wide receiver off your board. Number 8 is Saquon Barkley. Now this one scares a lot of people because they're used to seeing Barkley put the entire Giants offense on his back, and now that he's an Eagle, the fantasy world is thinking he won't get the same volume because he's in a real offense now. If anything, that's going to help Barkley's value, as well as keep him healthy enough to stay on the damn field. Even though Barkley wasn't all that efficient on the ground in his final season with the Giants, he's still a back who's the man to punch it in the end zone in goal line formation. I think this could mean less of those opportunities for Jalen Hurts, but we'll talk about that in another video. Barkley should be the 4th running back off the board. Number 9 is Jonathan Taylor. Now that the man is healthy, I think we're going to see a strong bounce-back season for him. He had 2 top 10 seasons his rookie and sophomore years. I don't think we'll see him get over 300 carries on the ground again, but he will be a key piece of this offense so that Anthony Richardson doesn't have to take off running on every play. He also doesn't have to be a big pass catcher in order to be valuable as an elite running back. There aren't many bell cow backs left in this league anymore, folks. Take advantage of this while you can with him as your 5th running back off of your board. Number 10 is Jahmyr Gibbs. A lot of fantasy analysts have Gibbs higher than I do, above Barkley and Taylor. I cannot put him there, considering he is splitting the backfield with David Montgomery. That's just how Lions head coach Dan Campbell likes to run his backfield. Gibbs' rookie year, he finishes the RB10, and I don't think that's going to change much this season with Monty still there to split carries. The split also won't have the same snap percentage in every single game, depending on game script. As much as I love Gibbs having a similar skill set as Alvin Kamara, he has to be the 6th running back off your board for that reason. Number 11 is A.J. Brown. Unless he's hurt, this guy almost never comes off the field. He's had a bunch of games where he's taken over 91% of the snaps, and that's not going to change this year. He'll continue seeing anywhere between 8 to 15 targets per game and should get a minimum of 145 targets. Devontae Smith being out there complements A.J. Brown to get his catches, which means Brown should be the 5th wide receiver off of your board. Finally, at number 12 is Travis Etienne. From all kinds of drafts I've seen so far this summer, Etienne is being slept on the most. I have more shares than I was expecting of the top running back from the Jaguars, who has nobody noteworthy behind him to threaten his workload. He has yet to fall below 1,000 rushing yards in any season. Etienne doesn't need a lot of catches to be relevant, similar to Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor. I don't think he'll be finishing as the RB3 again this year, but there's no reason to believe he won't be a top 10 running back again this year. He should be your 7th running back off of your board. That's going to do it for my overall top 12 redraft PPR rankings for the 2024 season. Best of luck to all of you in your last-minute drafts.